Hello, good morning. Today, we're gonna talk about why there's a 99% chance you should not be following your favorite influencers' workouts and diets to get the results that you wanna get. We're spilling the tea. But first, I am hungry, so let's go make some breakfast. And finally, we have breakfast. I may have piled it a little bit too high with blueberries and cashews because now I can't actually take it. Should I just dump this in a bowl? I should dump this in a bowl. BRB. The way that just glopped out of there. There we go. Look at how pretty. Wow. Could have used a hint of maple syrup and cinnamon. Too late now. So currently with my diet, I'm not really doing anything particular or special. Like I told you guys, right now, my main mission is healing my body to heal my skin so that I can get rid of my skin issues once and for all. Wouldn't that be lovely? And my plan right now is, first, I am trying out NAD, hence the fun little patch that I have on right here. This is a transdermal NAD patch. And so there's NAD solution here, and then there's a saline solution here, and it does a thing and it absorbs into my skin. I'm on patch 2 out of 6 of that. I'll update you guys if anything comes of it, but I didn't want to change my diet at the same time that I was experimenting with NAD. And since this NAD trial is gonna be less than 2 weeks, I think it's gonna take me like somewhere between like 6 and 10 days. I figured I would just try that, get that out of the way. In the meantime, I am trying to eat through all of the things in my pantry and my fridge that are high histamine, so that my next step is to go on a low histamine diet and just low histamine lifestyle, I suppose. So I'm gonna cut out as much histamine from my diet as I can. I'm also kind of like overhauling my skincare to go super basic. So like the last 2 days, for the most part, all I've put on my skin is just like aloe mixed with jojoba oil to try to get rid of any potential, like anything that my skin could be reacting to. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to stick to that completely, because if my skin gets too dry, then I'm gonna need a little something. But for the most part, like the staples in my skincare are gonna be like the most basic things. Then I'm also gonna cut out most supplements, which crazy because I take so many supplements, mostly for funsies, but I've been slowly tapering off a lot of stuff so that I can kind of just have a clean baseline when it comes to supplements too, and then just add in the key supplements that support histamine clearance. I'm gonna be minimizing exercise intensity because exercise can also trigger a release of histamine in the body. So essentially I'm doing low histamine lifestyle, not just like low histamine diet. I have an itch like right under this patch and it's really annoying. It's not helping. It's so itchy. But this is exhibit A as to why you should not necessarily follow your favorite influencers or like your influencers with your body goals, their diets or lifestyles, etc., to try to get the same results as them. Because first and foremost, like there are a lot of very healthy, helpful foods that I will be cutting out to go low histamine, not because they're bad for you in any way, shape, or form, but because they are high histamine. And if I do have histamine intolerance, that means that they are bad for me, at least in this current capacity before I heal my body. But that certainly doesn't mean that everyone should be avoiding them. Like just because, like, I don't even know if this diet's gonna work, but let's say it does. Let's say going low histamine like cures me of everything and I lose 5 pounds, not that I really have 5 pounds to lose, but like I lose percent of body fat, my skin is glowing, etc., etc. Let's just say that this diet makes me body goals. It would have worked for me because in theory, in this situation, I have histamine intolerance. And so my body was desperately needing to reduce the histamine load in order to heal and in order to do the things that it needed to do to get to where it, in theory, it would get to. But if you don't have histamine intolerance, then that diet is completely irrelevant to you. And like most people don't have histamine intolerance. So while the principles are the same for everyone, the prescription is different. So the principles being, if you heal your body, if you have any chronic health issues going on and you follow a diet or lifestyle change, etc., that's going to support and heal your body, the aesthetics usually follow. Like if you have hormone issues and you can fix those, chances are if you've been struggling to lose weight, it's gonna be a lot easier to lose weight. If you have an autoimmune condition and let's say you follow the autoimmune protocol and heal that, then again, it's going to be easier to lose fat and get to your body goals. That's the part that changes from person to person, is the prescription. Hormone balancing, autoimmune protocol, low histamine diet, low carb diet, high carb diet, like whatever it might be, is gonna vary from person to person based off of your individual biology. It's time for some hydration as I get some work done. In my giant mason jar, I just have some electrolytes. I'm gonna add a Symbiotica vitamin C. And this brings me to Exhibit B, as to why doing all the things that your body goal influencer does is not going to get you the same results. This time we're talking supplements. You guys know me. I love supplements. I'm a nerd for supplements. Like for me, it's just so much fun to read about how all of these various things work in our bodies, what they can support, where they're useful, etc., etc. And as such, I have taken quite a few supplements in my time. Were all of them 100% necessary for me? No. Were they still fun? Yes. But this is again where there is a general philosophy that is generally applied to everyone versus different prescription of that philosophy. General philosophy would be that supplements should, as a whole, be used supplementarily to fill in the gaps that you cannot fill in yourself through diet or lifestyle changes, or to support your body where it needs support if things are shifting, changing, if you have some issues crop up, etc. So because different people are going to have different deficiencies, different gaps in their nutrient intake, different gut health, different ways of metabolizing food, different health issues that their body might need support on, they're gonna need different supplements. Like I said earlier, right now I am cutting out basically all my supplements. I'm starting from scratch with my supplements. So I take a lot of supplements, not a secret. But since I am shifting to a like low histamine lifestyle, I wanted to get rid of everything and then only be taking supplements that are supportive of that in some way. And I haven't started that completely yet, but like we're in the transition phase so that I can start like next week or so. But as such, I have electrolytes and vitamin C, both of which are very supportive of the body if you do have histamine intolerance. So I'm just like trying to build the habits for myself right now for when I do start that. And while I am of the opinion that most people would probably benefit from electrolytes, vitamin C, maybe, maybe not. Different supplements are gonna affect different people's bodies in different ways. And so if your favorite influencer took XYZ supplement to get lean, strengthen their hair, fix their hormones, whatever it might be, that's great that it worked for them. It might work for you. It might also not work for you. There are a few supplements that pretty much everyone would benefit from, but even within that, it depends on your goals and your body, etc. Like if you're into fitness, you're trying to build muscle, etc., a protein powder, that's gonna be helpful for a lot of people. But if you're getting enough protein in your diet, you don't need to supplement protein. So picking and finding the right supplements that are gonna work for you really comes down to first testing if you can. Like if you can get like a full vitamin mineral panel and figure out what you're deficient in, like that's a great place to start, because then you can first try to fill in those gaps with like actual dietary adjustments and then retest, see if you're still deficient. And if you're still deficient despite doing everything that you can with your diet, then you might want to add in a little bit of a supplement. Or if you go super in depth with testing and get a lot of different blood work done, you might be able to discover that like your body is highly stressed, therefore it is inflamed, and you see that reflected in low magnesium levels, etc., etc. So you might realize that your body would benefit from taking some supplements that are going to support it through stress. Wrap your body in a little blanket and be like, I got you, you know, so that it can cocoon and like heal, and then you might not need those supplements long term because you've given your body the support that it needs to get over the hump so that it can get back to like a stable, healthy baseline. So if you can test, highly recommend. And if not, finding the ideal supplements kind of comes down to a little bit of trial and error. How to figure out the best supplement for you is an entirely different video. But the note that I will leave you with for this is that if you are trying different supplements, I cannot recommend strongly enough making sure they are high quality supplements, because I see this happen with so many people is they'll be like, oh, I'm gonna try this supplement or this supplement. Maybe that supplement would have been fantastic for them, but it's a low quality supplement with poor bioavailability and maybe also a bunch of fillers in it that in themselves are gonna make them feel not so good, and then they don't notice any improvement from the supplement. But it's not because they weren't going in the right direction with the supplement, it's just because the supplement itself was like not high quality enough to really give them the benefits that they should have seen from it. And then you're kind of just left spinning your wheels, spending all this money on a bunch of supplements to try to figure out what's gonna work for you, and you're just not noticing any improvement or benefit. So if you are looking for a good place to start with that, I definitely recommend checking out Symbiotica. You guys know I absolutely love their stuff, obsessed with the level of intention and thought that they put into the quality of every single supplement that they have, from the sourcing to the delivery mechanism, whether it's liposomal delivery or something else that's going to just make the supplement itself more bioavailable. They just meticulously do everything right when it comes to supplements. I'm gonna be like mainlining their vitamin C into my body in this next week to prep for going low histamine. So if you are looking for a vitamin C, theirs is amazing, but also they have a bunch of different vitamins and minerals, like their vitamin D, fantastic. They have a B complex, they have a zinc. Like if you're looking to try various supplements, I recommend starting with Symbiotica because they have a lot of really amazing things. I've been taking their Shilajit more, and that's probably something that I may continue to keep in my diet when I go low histamine, because it's essentially just like a very potent multi-mineral, and minerals are very helpful for your body. Like, at least to me, it feels almost just like a concentrated food rather than a supplement. And then for my fellow supplement nerds that like to spend their spare time reading about ingredients and supplements and actually like reading the studies, if you go on their website, you can go to any of their products and look at the featured ingredients in them, and then they have whole pages on the ingredient themselves. So like this is the magnesium that they use in their magnesium. It's magnesium L-threonate. They talk about what it is, why they use it, etc. But then if you scroll down, want to learn more, they cite a bunch of sources and things so that you can read studies actually like about the specific ingredient that's in the stuff. It makes my little nerdy heart very happy. So if you are trying to find the supplements that are right for you and your body, and you want to make sure you're testing out high quality supplements to see if they're actually going to be effective, definitely recommend Symbiotica. If you go to symbiotica.com/MissFitAndNerdy, you will get 20% off. I'll leave a link down in the description box below. If you go through that link, you'll see like all my favorite products that are there so that you can see like my like go-tos. Check them out, because last thing you want to do is be spinning your wheels trying a bunch of supplements and having them not work, because they're just low bioavailability, low quality, like just not going to be benefiting your body as much as a high quality supplement would. So I signed up for a Pilates class today. Who is she? I don't know either, but I have to leave for that in like half an hour, and I want a little bit of a snack, and this is all I have. I don't remember the last time I literally had just like celery and nut butter as a snack, because in my head that's just like sad diet snack, but it's like basically all I have that's snackable right now. So it's what we're doing. Almond butter is not mixed. I will admit though, I did add some celery to a salad that I made the other night, and it reminded me that I actually do kind of like celery. Like, it's kind of good. It kind of tastes like crunchy water, but like it's also kind of good. And when I had it in the salad, I was like, ooh, I could use this to eat my almond butter. Can I have almond butter on low histamine? I don't know. Need to double check on that. Either way, I have almond butter. I have celery. So this is my snack. Got some healthy fats, a little bit of protein, some fiber. It's a fine pre-Pilates snack, I suppose.
Pilates time, Pilates time. I am going to Pilates now. Yay! Still not loving Pilates yet. 80% of the workout, not usually stoked on what I'm doing, but some of it's good-ish. Feels nice. It's a good way. It's a very gentle, good way to like just get my body moving, which since my skin decided to freak out, I need to turn on the air conditioning. I am dying. Since my skin decided to freak out, hard exercise, probably not a good idea. I've basically only been walking for like the last 2 or 3 weeks, but Pilates seems very doable for me right now. Like, it seems like as much as I really want to push myself, so we're good. We're gonna do it.
That class actually ended up being really good. Core demolished, but legs feel really good. And now it's like approaching dinner time and there's a Sweetgreen like right next to the Pilates studio, so y'all know where I'm going. Oh my god, there was a farmer's market that closed half an hour ago. I am so sad. That would have been so fun post Pilates. Wait, there's also a kava. I think I have to do the kava. I am so excited about this ginormous bowl of goodness. But before I head home, let us cover Exhibit C as to why you might not want to follow your goal body influencer's current workouts. And it's essentially just the fact that it takes 1/9 of the volume to maintain muscle that you've built compared to what it takes to build the muscle. I did a whole video about this, so I'll link that down in the description box below. But basically, it takes a lot less effort to just maintain your body than it does to change your body. And so any influencer, or anyone, it doesn't have to be an influencer, obviously, anyone who has already reached their goal physique or like is really close to their goal physique, right? Like they don't need to build another 10 pounds of muscle and lose another 50 pounds of fat to look the way that they want to. You know, maybe they tweak their body plus or minus 1 or 2 pounds in either direction. That just takes so much less effort and therefore so much less intentionality in workout programming. I mean, I don't define myself as body goals. I'm here, I'm chilling. But I'm at a point where I am happy with my physique. I have no specific changes that I want to make to it. Like, if I could snap my fingers and change a few things, maybe I would. But like, there's nothing that I'm like actively working towards. Like, I'm chilling. I'm happy where I'm at. And so I can get away with, like, I'm gonna be honest, this is the first workout that I've done in a couple weeks. Because as soon as my skin flared, I mean, that's just draining in itself. But like, I can get away with minimal working out. I can get away with using Pilates or pole dancing classes or whatever other group fitness class that I want to try as my workout because I'm not really trying to change anything. I'm just chilling. My approach to exercise right now is absolutely not what I would recommend to someone that actually wants to change and sculpt their physique. If you watch my videos, you already know that if you want to change your physique, sculpt your physique, get leaner, I recommend resistance training. I recommend that being essentially mostly, if not all, of what you do. And I'm doing next to none of that right now. But even for people, because there's obviously plenty of like fitness influencers out there that are still resistance training, lifting heavy, posting those workouts. And obviously there are exceptions. Clearly there are some people that are posting like really good quality workouts that are actually gonna help you towards your goals. But for a lot of these people, they're just doing their workouts and then posting their workouts. And their workouts are not designed to get the body that they have. They're designed to maintain the body that they have. And within that, you have so much more flexibility and freedom to play around, to have less structure with your workouts, etc. That's why you see so many people that are just like doing a different workout every single time they go to the gym. If you're really trying to change your physique, you should be repeating workouts week after week. Like, you should not be changing your workout every single time. There needs to be some amount of consistency so that you can apply progressive overload in a strategic way. If you're just going into the gym and doing like 4 exercises for your butt, 2 for your quads, and 2 for your hamstrings and peacing out, and like beyond that, not really putting any thought into what those exercises are, how they relate to each other, and then repeating them every single week and applying progressive overload, like, it's not going to be an efficient way to reach your goals. You may be able to get a lot closer to your goals. Like, it depends on where you start too. If you're starting from never worked out a day in your life, like, yes, you can kind of go do anything and any amount of change is going to elicit some adaptation, but at a certain point you're going to stall, and it's really hard to get the like perfect Instagram body that you might want to get. Not that you need to be getting that, but like a lot of people are aiming for that. It's really hard to get that if you aren't putting in the
effort and the structure and all of that. And so my only point is that the people that have already achieved that do not have to be as regimented as you need to be if you have not achieved that yet. Basically, with your workouts, if you want to be getting results, I recommend following a structured program, not just going on YouTube every day, switching between your top 3 favorite influencers and doing a random workout of theirs. Or even picking your favorite influencer that maybe posts workouts every single day and doing those workouts every single day and like working your way through that, because chances are they're not posting workouts with a structure and program and flow to get you to progress. They're posting workouts that are going to be really good for maintenance, but when not applied with structure and progressive overload, you're not going to be able to progressively overload, which is what you need to do to change. And again, obviously there are exceptions. I'm not trying to like bash every influencer out there that's posting workouts. Clearly, I have posted workouts, and like I've actually posted a couple that are in a like program structure so that you do have something that you can follow and like do the same every single week and apply progressive overload. But I have some random workouts out there too. Do I think they're good workouts? Yes. I think those kinds of things are great if you're like just getting into it and are playing around and need some inspo, or they're great for, you know, maintaining. Like when I first got into lifting, there were 2 or 3 influencers and I was just doing their random workouts every time I went to the gym. And I did get a lot of progress when I first started going to the gym because I had all those newbie gains, but I have so much regret. I mean, I didn't know at the time, so I can't really regret it, but like I wish I had had a structured program at the beginning that was designed like for my goals, and I wish I knew about progressive overload and all of that, because those precious newbie gains, like, it's hard to get those again. And I probably made what, like 50% of the progress doing the random workouts compared to what I would have made if I had had like a structured program and applied that in a smart way when I first started training. But alas, you live and you learn, and then you share so that other people can learn and not make the same mistakes.
Finished off my dinner with half a bar of Honey Mama's chocolate peanut butter peanut butter fudge, whatever the flavor is with the chocolate and the peanut butter. It's really good. Highly recommend. Now, got my giant mug of tea. My dinner reminded me of something else that I am about to be doing that I also would not recommend to pretty much anyone that had any sort of aesthetic goals, and that is that my protein intake, or at least my protein goal for myself, is about to go out the window when I go low histamine. As a general principle, you want to be consuming a pretty decent amount of protein if you are trying to change your physique in any capacity, whether it be building muscle or losing fat. But as the low histamine diet takes away so many of my favorite go-to foods, and I'm also limiting some other foods that are like questionable histamine, like eggs. The research seems to indicate that like eggs are not high histamine unless you're having like raw egg whites, which I wouldn't do anyway, but there's a lot of people with histamine intolerance that can't tolerate eggs, so I think I'm going to like minimize or completely get rid of them. And then I'm also going to very minimize any amount of processed foods, so like protein powders. While the protein powders that I like to use are relatively clean ingredients and more minimal processing than a conventional protein powder, it is still processed food, and the processing and sitting around of food can create more histamine from my understanding, and so I won't be able to do protein smoothies. So basically my go-to protein options for breakfast out the window. If any of you guys, please help me, if any of you guys have done a low histamine diet, what did you eat for breakfast that wasn't like meat? You guys know me, I love a good steak, I love some good chicken, but my stomach just doesn't seem ready for that in the morning, you know? Like it just never, if I'm listening to my body, that never like feels right to start my day with more than like an ounce of animal protein. I should log my breakfast from today and see how much protein was in it, because that was quite a lot of nuts and seeds. Still probably not a lot of protein, but maybe more than I think. But yeah, basically because of this, my protein intake is, I don't know if it's going to tank, but it's just not going to be a priority for me. Like I am going to prioritize working on my internal health, my cellular health, and my skin health. And if that means compromising my aesthetics a little bit, so be it. Like, I don't mind gaining a couple pounds of fat, losing a couple pounds of muscle. Like, I will survive, and I will be much happier if that happens and I heal myself than if I'm worried about my physique changing like a little bit and never healing. And if I can heal myself, then changing my aesthetics to get back to where I am afterwards is gonna be easy peasy lemon squeezy. As I always say, a principle is the healthier you are, the easier it is to lose fat and to build muscle. Anyway, I think I'm gonna wrap the video up here. If any of you guys do have any general like low histamine diet tips, please leave them in the comments below. My whole life, the last few weeks, has just been like researching low histamine diet, supplements, lifestyle, mast cell activation syndrome, which from what I can tell, I don't think that's what I have. I know a lot of people have suggested I look into that in the comments, and I know I looked into it a long time ago and I wrote it off for some reason. I don't remember why. Maybe it's because I realized I had topical steroid withdrawal at the time. But even now, the symptoms don't really seem to line up, but like it is definitely possible, I suppose. Anyway, point is, trying a low histamine diet. I have been diving into so much content and research and reading so many studies and articles and things, because that's how I like to prepare for things like this. If you have questions about low histamine, my protocol, anything like that, also leave those down in the comments below. I'm sure I'll make at least one video about this process and like what I'm eating and all of that good stuff. So if you do have questions, let me know. I'll make sure to touch on it. In the meantime, do make sure you go check out Symbiotica at symbiotica.com/MissFitAndNerdy. Link in the description box below. If you liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up. It really does support me and my channel. I really genuinely appreciate it. Please share this video with your friends, your family, your gym buddies. If you want to see more content from me all about health and fitness, you can check it out over here. To see future videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the little notification bell so you get notified when I post a video, and I will see you very soon. Bye.